Paul Pogba is prepared to listen to opportunities. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, many things to mention. Let's clarify a bit the situation of Nkunku, something to answer on Alphonso Davies, but also Paul Pogba, also the situation of Sergio Ramos. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start today's video by mentioning a big story of the day. Paul Pogba is a free agent. The contract termination with Juventus, I told you about this several times, but now the contract termination with Juventus is done, the agreement is done, and so we can consider Paul Pogba as a free agent available on the market. Let me remind to you what are the conditions of the situation for Paul Pogba for any club interested. First of all, Paul Pogba will be able to officially train with the new club from the 1st of January 2025. So in few weeks, Pogba will be available for training. Paul Pogba will also be allowed to play official games only from March 2025. So he can sign for a new club any moment, train from January and play from March. This is the schedule for Paul Pogba and his potential future club. Paul Pogba is very open to several opportunities, could be in Europe, could be abroad. Paul Pogba is prepared to listen to opportunities, but he wanted a fresh start, and Juventus didn't want to continue with Paul Pogba because they respect the player, they respect the man behind the player, but at the same time, they didn't want to continue with Pogba also for a financial reason. His salary was very big there, and Juventus don't want to continue in that way. Juventus started a young players project, and so this is why Pogba is not going to play with Juve anymore. Now, clubs interested are prepared to approach Pogba. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what the player wants to do. Pogba, meanwhile, is training in Miami on his own every single day to get ready for 2025. So let's see what happens with Pogba, but big development today. On free agents, guys, I wanted to mention something also on Sergio Ramos, because every single day we have different stories on the situation of Sergio Ramos. And Sergio Ramos would love to return to Real Madrid. This is reality, but not today, not yesterday. It's long time that Sergio Ramos would love to have a final chapter at Real Madrid. It's not even about money. Sergio Ramos would be prepared to accept anything to play at least one more time with the Real Madrid shirt. He's obviously a legend of the club, and there is a lot of respect from Real Madrid for Sergio Ramos. But my understanding is that despite the injury situation, a complicated situation for Real Madrid, because they had many injuries, Dani Carvajal, Eder Militao, really serious injuries, so Real Madrid have sort of emergency in defense. Now also Tchouameni is injured, but he's going to return very soon. So we know how for Real Madrid would be important to have one more centre-back, but Real Madrid idea remains to do something in 2025. So an important centre-back like could be, we mentioned, Castello Luqueba, Jorrel Hato at Ajax, several players they've been monitoring. Let's see which one they will pick and they will go for him. Aymeric Laporte also spoke in the recent days saying that he would not ignore a call from Real Madrid. Obviously a club of the level of Real Madrid, he was never going to ignore that possibility. But about Sergio Ramos, it's true that Sergio Ramos would love to return to Real Madrid. It's true that Sergio Ramos would offer himself to Real Madrid to wear the white shirt at least one more time, but my understanding is that Real Madrid are not giving any sort of green light now. So the expectation from Real Madrid today, then tomorrow I don't know what happens, but as of today, the expectation of Real Madrid is not to proceed with the return of Sergio Ramos. Real Madrid have different ideas, Real Madrid have different plans, Real Madrid have a lot of respect for Sergio Ramos as they have for all their legends at the club. We know that very well, but Real Madrid are not intention to proceed with Sergio Ramos, and it's not about money. It's about the plan they have, it's about the idea they have, it's about the vision they have. So that's the plan, that's the answer from Real Madrid on the Sergio Ramos story. One of the other stories we saw around in the recent days, and I'm receiving a lot of questions on this one, is about Christopher Nkunku and Manchester United. Stories coming from very important sources about this, so obviously we respect everyone. But my understanding is that, first of all, in terms of names, Manchester United have not even started to talk to Ruben Amorim to say, okay, let's go for this player, let's go for the other player in the January transfer window. Why? Because now Ruben Amorim has just arrived. He's 2-3 days in England, 2-3 days in Manchester, new club, new place. So he's adapting to everything that means Manchester United. Ruben Amorim didn't have any meeting to discuss transfer targets with the management at this stage. As I told you in one of the videos, I did here on the channel in the recent days. Amorim wants intensity. So the crucial word under Ruben Amorim will be intensity. He wants that kind of players at Manchester United for the long-term vision. But in terms of names, we are not yet at the stage where Amorim is sitting with the management and say, bring this player or the other player. Why? Because Amorim wants to see the squad. So now many players are away for the national team. As soon as they will return, Ruben Amorim will have the chance to speak to the players, to see the players in training, to see the players, of course, also in official games, and then assess the situation and decide what they want to do on the market in 2025. But for sure, Amorim will take his time. So at the moment, for Nkunku, there could be an appreciation, of course. He's a wonderful player, but at the moment, Manchester United have not started any sort of contact to bring in Christopher Nkunku, also because, again, important will be the opinion of Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim is going to be an important part of the process at Manchester United. I'm not saying that Amorim will decide the signings, but Amorim's opinion will be important in the process to bring in new players at Manchester United. And then on Nkunku, we have to see also the Chelsea side of the story. He's an important player for Chelsea. Yes, this beginning of the season he's playing in Conference League. He's not playing on regular basis in Premier League, but Chelsea know how in the second half of the season the situation will be different. Many games, many opportunities for Christopher Nkunku to play. There are injuries in football, so we know also about that. So Nkunku remains a player who is going to be important for Chelsea, and Chelsea believe that now we can see his potential. Now he can see his skills after the injuries he suffered. So at the moment, Chelsea are not entertaining talks with any club for Christopher Nkunku. And then, guys, last 24 hours, many questions coming from you about the Alphonso Davies situation once again. If you look at my channel, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, I released a video about that and about Real Madrid. I keep insisting that Alphonso Davies for Real Madrid is one of the main targets. This is not new. This is not an update. This remains the case. Alphonso Davies, Trent Alexander-Arnold, several players who are in important positions in the list of Real Madrid. But as of today, we are in November, Alphonso Davies has not signed any contract with any club. So we are not at the signing stage with any club. Alphonso Davies is obviously an important player, and so it's normal to have many clubs interested in Alphonso Davies. Real Madrid have been there for months. It's almost 1 year that Real Madrid have been inquiring about Alphonso Davies, informed about the conditions of a potential deal for Alphonso Davies last summer, but Real Madrid never wanted to pay 40, 45, 50 million euros to Bayern for a player who can be a free agent in now, few weeks. So this is why Real Madrid didn't decide to proceed. So to answer your questions, Alphonso Davies and Real Madrid, is this still a topic? For sure, because Real Madrid consider Alphonso Davies one of the players to watch for 2025. But is this a done deal? Guys, I can guarantee that at the moment, nothing is done, nothing is signed, nothing is completed. So we have to wait, we have to see how it evolves, but Alphonso remains one of the big names on the list of Real Madrid. And so, guys, tell me your thoughts on all these stories, from Nkunku to Davies to Sergio Ramos. Which club should go for Paul Pogba on a free transfer? Let me know your opinion on Pogba and his next club here in comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.